Hi, I am Doc representing Get Yours Radio, specifically the sauce. So, New Year's Eve, I'm not going to get into a dialectic discourse about the meaning of picking New Year's to be on this particular date, whatever. Now is the point of time where people in this part of the world switch over their calendars to a calendar that has different numbers on it, and they're all wrong, but that's neither here nor there. We're not going to go there. This is a time where people are oftentimes reevaluating situations in their life and what they considered. So earlier today, I had a conversation with my sister friend Nina, who is on Instagram. She's at BGDC, Black Girl Doc Chronicles. She features women of color who work in the medical field. Very inspiring. Go follow her if you get a second. We were talking about takeaways for 2019. And I said, oh, I got a bunch, and I try to stay away from the ones that are already represented in memes somewhere. Anyway, that's what led to this video. So big up, Nina. I appreciate you and love you dearly. You know that. So here we go. Some of these are very specific to a lady's point of view, for obvious reasons. I'll put those at the end for you impatient fellas. And that's probably the only favor I'm doing for you guys today. Anyway, number one, love who loves you. It might not be a person that looked like you expected. Maybe they didn't come from where you expected. Maybe they're not into the same things you expected. But you generally know the things that make you feel loved in your heart and the things that make you feel good. Love the people that love you. Save you a lot of problems. Things that hurt us tell us where we have wounds that need healing. That's really all it is. Pain is like it's like a symbol on the dashboard of your car, letting you know what you need to pay attention to and what you need to heal to get past, to get into proper functioning. So it's okay to pay attention to those things, take a time out if you need to, and follow the instructions that your senses are giving you. Number three, there's a lot of talk about keeping our dreams alive. Think more about how our dreams also keep us alive and nurture that symbiotic relationship. There's always a lot of talk about chasing your dreams and this and that and the third, but having that purpose is very helpful to keeping a healthy existence. So your dreams are also actually keeping you alive. Nurture that. Next up on the list, always time for curated BS. The key word is curated. Decide what amount of BS you actually have time for and what you don't, and invest your energies accordingly. I'm here for the BS occasionally, but I'm on a BS budget, so it has to be like pretty high quality BS for me to interact or engage with it. So I'm a little bit of a BS boutique, if you will. Next up, blood relationships. Involuntary, not mandatory. If it's bad for you and you find yourself constantly going out of your way to help someone who takes and takes and takes and drains you, you can revisit that and put it on pause if you need to protect your own essence. Next up, this is key. No matter what or who you have to fight, friends, relatives, a partner, co-workers, whatever, the most important thing for you to do is protect your thought process and to keep your thoughts positive. Everything in your life is going to depend upon this. And it does operate like a snowball effect. So keep your thoughts positive. Be careful the people that you keep around you that might help to steer you off of the road of keeping your thoughts positive, because that can cost you a lot and not in money. Next up, pay attention to the ways in which people reveal themselves and their true nature to you. There's always signs whenever we have a situation and we have to end a relationship or stop dealing with a person. Looking back in hindsight, there's always signs that we could have heeded, could have acknowledged, and maybe chose to give the benefit of the doubt or chose to overlook. Pay attention, because people will show you where they are on their journey, and it's not a negative thing to, bless it and let it go if you guys are heading in different directions. Self-care has been a major theme as of late, but don't let the notion of self-care become yet another stressor for you. This one, I guess I should say ladies. Uh, although I think men do it too. They just might not be as vocal about it. Um, Last one before I get into the girl specific ones. And this one is really important. If it looks like you don't have options, you might not be being creative enough. Revisit your ideas of what you consider to be fixed truths and where you think your obstacles are. Sometimes where you think they are changes with circumstances, changes with time, and sometimes where you think there might be a brick wall, all you have to do is push on it a little bit and it falls away. So if you look like in your evaluation of things, it's looking like you don't have options, revisit where you think those barriers really are and then test them. Okay, ladies and men too, but don't get mad at me for what I'm about to say, or get mad. I don't really care. Every grown woman needs a haven. This can be a place, this can be a person, doesn't matter, but you need a place to go mentally, emotionally, what have you, where you can just be without being under demands of children, partners, job, other family, what have you. A place where you can recharge and just be safe and not be asked anything of and just be. I'm a grown woman. I have a few havens in my life and I appreciate every single one of y'all. It could be a place or a person. Next, as a grown woman, in addition to having a haven, it's important to strive to be that or give that or help encourage that in another grown woman. We all need it. If we're going to be accepting it, then we should also be offering it. That's kind of a universal law of how energy works. So if you don't have one, check and see if maybe you're not being one. Next up for the ladies, don't help grown men do grown men stuff. I know that independence is something we pride ourselves upon, and I am proud of my independence, but I stay in my lane. And what that means is that I'm not going to jump out there and do something for another adult that they should be doing for themselves or should have been done for themselves. And I think it gets even trickier when you're talking about like male, female, cis, hetero, whatever you want to identify as relationships, right? It breeds resentment. It breeds resentment on both sides. It kind of changes how much you might respect a person or how much a person might respect you. So I know that we have a whole lot of emphasis on being a ride or die and helping to build and do all of these things. Just take care that you're not jumping out there and getting so far out of your lane that you're going to be regretting it later. Anyway, so those ones are for the chicks or people who identify as chicks. That's it. I am your friendly neighborhood red pirate, rebel, representing Get Yours. I hope that this new calendar year brings you everything in abundance that you want, and that the things that it brings you that maybe you don't want actually lead to some improvement or development in you as a human. All right, that's all. Peace.